Thanks for joining me today on Island by Film. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about EDC pocket art, or in the EDC community it's sometimes referred to as pocket trash, which is a bit of a sarcastic way of saying you're buying really expensive stuff that's completely useless, but you buy it because you love how well it's crafted and you love how it looks. And so this was the first piece of useless pocket art that I purchased. And I say useless, I mean, it's got a pry bar on it and it does shoot BBs as well. So I guess you could protect yourself in a bind with it, but really, you know, it's just a piece of titanium that is just really beautifully crafted. So this was the first piece of pocket art I purchased. It was more expensive and I paid more for it than I really should have, but kudos to Best EDC. Love this. I think I'll keep this in my kit for a long time. So this is the first piece of pocket art. And I started down a little bit of a rabbit hole looking at different types of Knucks that were available. I saw micarta Knucks, zirconium Knucks. I saw Knucks made from titanium and brass and all these types of materials, and they were all also prohibitively expensive. And so recently I purchased myself a 3D printer, and it is a Photon Mono X, an Anycubic Photon Mono X. I'll show a picture of the 3D printer now. It's a 3D resin printer, and 3D resin printers create incredibly highly detailed prints. In fact, one of the prints, I'm just gonna go grab it for you right now and show you. Thanks for bearing with me. This is a print that I created myself using the Anycubic Photon Mono X. And it's a Stormtrooper, beautiful design. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible what these printers can do, and in a very short period of time. I mean, you know, some of these prints, I mean, take maybe 6-8 hours to print, but the quality and the detail is pretty incredible. So now, but we're talking about EDC pocket art or pocket trash. So I decided, well, you know, maybe I want to make myself some of this pocket art. So I went online, looked at some STL files available to print myself on my 3D printer. And I discovered that there really wasn't very many good options. So I thought, well, next best thing, maybe I'll design some myself. And so I downloaded a piece of software called Shaper 3D for the iPad. And Shaper 3D is a piece of software that is super simple to use. I'll show a little bit of a video here as to what it looks like, what the interface looks like. Maybe down the road, I'll show how to design your own piece of pocket art. We'll see if there's any interest in the community for that. So the first thing I did is I designed in Shaper 3D, I designed this really simple rudimentary Knuck. You know, there's not much to it. It's got a single finger hole here, and it's got a lanyard hole right there, and it is dead simple. I finished it though with a product, so it was basically black resin, and I finished that black resin with a product called Rub and Buff. Now this is the anti-gold Rub and Buff, and it just creates a bit of a worn, kind of rustic kind of finish. I liked it. This was my first try though. I was moderately happy with it. It just kind of gave me the bug to keep going. Second one I decided to make was this one right here. I made it a bit more ergonomic. You'll see right here, I've got nice curved edges. I have spots for my outside fingers to rest. And then I also added this little touch right here, which is a bit of a recessed 3 triangles here. Now, this was inspired by a tattoo that I have. Let's see if I can show you the tattoo. You can see the 3 triangles right there. That's the idea behind that. And you see how it fits on my fingers right here. You'll see it's pretty nice and simple and comfortable. You know, it's just a great piece to have in your pocket. You know, you're walking around and you can kind of use it as a fidget. But otherwise it's useless. The one thing that I was really surprised with, even though this printed with 3D resin and it's a plastic, it's still got some decent weight to it because I printed it completely solid. And all in all, you know, printing this probably used $1 worth of material. So you really can't beat that between the material and the Rub and Buff. I mean, you know, it's under $1.50 really to create this little Knuck. So it's kind of neat. And then next one that I created as well is this one right here. Now this I started getting a little bit more detailed in the design. You'll see this is a 2-finger Knuck instead. really comfortable. It's a bit thinner than the other one, but I mean, you can see I cut out slots for the hair and the mouth. Okay, so one more piece of pocket art that I want to share with you is inspired by somebody that I watch all of his content online. That's Peter McKinnon, and especially his new piece, Pirate Life. I haven't been fortunate enough to jump in on any of the drops that he's had, and some of them have interested me, some of them haven't. But anyway, this bead that I created for my, you can see this is on my Wee Banter. I created this Pete's Pirate Life inspired bead. You can see right here, there's 3 triangles on the top. You can see the recessed eyes and the nose, even to the detail of the mouth. I don't know if you could see that. Let's see that right there. You can see the mouth right there. So, I mean, I was really pleased with this design. This was just a step up from the other 3 that I created. And I feel like every time I go into Shaper 3D, it just gets a little bit better. You can see right here in the back, I was able to 3D print the lanyard hole right in there. You can see that quite clearly. So I was really, really pleased with that. But all in all, you know, it was just a fun project to be able to take a look at how I can create my own 3D printed pocket art and finish it to look like it's a bit more rustic, and it was just a fun project overall. If this video interested you, please consider liking and subscribing, and additionally as well, if you're interested in possibly getting one of these pieces of pocket art, maybe some of these interest you, just hit me up and we can see if we can put something together. Or if you are a 3D printer and you'd like to potentially print one of these on your own, possibly I can share the STL files with you as well too. So once again, thanks for joining me on Island by Film. My name is Wes, and we'll check you out next time.